Hey everybody, welcome to your October 2022 General Energies Tarot reading with me, Stella Wilde, and Miss Ariel. What does the tarot have to say about your month ahead? Stay tuned and find out. So this reading is for all signs. It is a timestamp. The timestamps are in the description of the video and also in the first pinned comment. Watch for your sun sign, rising sign, moon sign, and Venus sign. And if you find this content valuable, please do consider hitting the thumbs up and also the subscribe button if you are not a current member of our channel. The cat would love that. So the way I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to be pulling 5 tarot cards, and each tarot card will represent a week for the month ahead, and then the card in the middle will be the card in the heart. All right, just so you know my methodology going forward. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. Your big full moon is happening on the 9th of October. Get ready for that. All right, let's see. Let's see what we need to know for you, Aries, October. Let's find out. All right. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Six of Swords. Card in the heart, King of Swords. Strength card. And the Three of Cups. Okay, Aries. Very nice energies here. So you're definitely fired up coming into the month of October. The Knight of Wands here, like you are raring to go. Now remember, Mercury does not get out of retrograde until October 2nd. So you may have to just slow down a little bit that first week, but you are feeling the power of your full moon approaching, and you're getting ready to shift some sort of major situation in your world with the Six of Swords here. So you could be moving. The Knight of Wands is a classic energy of movement. And with the Six of Swords here, you could be moving home. You could be moving past some sort of mental blockage also. But you start the initiative in the first week. The second week, by the week of your full moon, you are firmly and fully moving on. And you have a much more positive and fired up mindset, I also feel. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person could be important and pivotal to your month ahead. But this is also saying to me with the King of Swords in the heart of the situation that you are feeling very confident about your decisions, especially this one that's happening over here by your full moon. Okay, you are feeling empowered. You are feeling confident. You have absolute clarity on this decision. And, look at the results in the last 2 weeks of October. We have beautiful Leo energy, your 5th house, and then we have the Three of Cups, celebration and joy. So this change, this decision that you are making to quickly move past an obstacle or leave something behind, really is cause for celebration. And with the Strength card here, there could be a very affirming energy from the universe of how very much you are loved, Aries. Okay, especially in that third week. How very much you are loved. How very much your heart is set on some sort of new goal and new exciting vista now that this energy over here got shifted. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling fired up. Strength is a great card for your physical body, just like feeling good, feeling like very active, like you want to get out and maybe have an adventure. You want to connect with people in a creative way, especially the last 2 weeks with the Three of Cups and the Strength card. You want to... I feel like there's a little bit here of not exactly sowing wild oats, but maybe a little. Okay, you're going to feel and find this sense of relief and release the last 2 weeks of October that you just want to just go out and celebrate there. And there could be something absolutely joyous that you are celebrating, especially I think with 5th house matters, love, romance, creativity, your children, your business, if you're an entrepreneur, that type of thing. So there could be some excellent news that's coming in the 4th week of the month for you. We have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio. That is your 8th house of other people's money, transformation, of all types, physical, mental, emotional, financial. So you could just be feeling really inspired also because your mind is so clear, inspired and going in some new transformative direction for yourself, especially creatively, I feel. But this could also be inspired and fired up to work out with a new group of people and transform your physical body. You may be setting an intention for that at that Scorpio new moon solar eclipse. So that's possible also with these energies here. But I feel like there could be some very good news coming for you that last week. And this is just really, really good. I'm feeling there might be a little bit of a surprise element to the good news. It could be something also with this King of Swords in the middle here that you were kind of thinking, okay, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like you're kind of being very like logical about it. Like you're like, all right. So it could be that whatever this is with the good news that comes in, it is a little surprising. And because you kind of like let it go is what I'm feeling. You're like, whatever. And then you get some sort of news that, oh, yes, Aries, it actually is going to be happening for you. That's exciting. All right, Taurus, let's see what we need to know for your month ahead in October. I can shuffle. Okay, Taurus, let's see. I do shuffle in between each sign. So, all right, a couple more shuffles. All right, Taurus, what do we need to know? We have the Emperor and we have the Three of Wands. The Ten of Wands in your heart, the Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is all fiery, passionate energy. And with the Emperor too, I mean, that is the energy of Aries. Okay, so you are getting ready to wrap up one thing and start another. Okay, we have something here where with the Ten of Wands in your heart, it is time to shift this burden and see your future with clear vision again. All right. And you're going to start getting that clear vision the second week at that Aries full moon. We got double Aries going on here. That is your house of things behind the scenes, the subconscious. So I feel like what's coming to light for you at that Aries full moon is a way you're going to envision and see how you can take charge of shifting this burden in your life and have a fresh start for yourself. And by the end of the month, you are going to be rocking and rolling, revving on your motorcycle, moving, zooming, grooving really fast toward some sort of new, exciting goal, destination, whatever. Now, the only thing to remember is that Mars goes retrograde October 30th. So you may start out very fast and fiery and fired up, but when then Mars goes retrograde, you may get cold feet. That's just Mars doing his thing, going retrograde. I feel though, with all of these wands that are showing up, and especially the Ace of Wands here, which is the thumbs up, the green light, you got this, go for it. And Ace is for me, you're about the self. So you're feeling very fired up and passionate about this situation. Mars going retrograde, I don't think is going to really take too much of the wind out of your sails, but you may have a little rethink as we go into the month of November and December and halfway through January when Mars is retrograde. We have a big full moon lunar eclipse in your sign on November 6th. So there may be something that happens at that full moon lunar eclipse where you have some sort of big letting go, big readjustment of your situation in some way. And I just mean in general, like you have something that leaves so that it'll clear the path for you for this. And maybe that's why there might be a little bit of backtracking with the Mars retrograde. All right. So I hope I'm making sense with all of that. But the point is, I think with this month is that you get the answer in your heart of what you need to do. You get the inspiration. You get the passion, the fire, like, all right, this is it. We also have the new moon solar eclipse happening in that third week, which is, here's our Ace of Wands here. So on October 25th, third, fourth week right here, we have that happening. So, and that eclipse in Scorpio is happening in your 7th house of important relationships. So, there may be somebody important in your life, or there may be somebody you're wanting to manifest into your life with this Emperor showing up in the first week. But I'm feeling like there is something here about a new destination for you. And it's going to help bring new and important alliances into your life. All right, but where you end up with this new destination may be a little different than what you're thinking. All right, but like I said, and this could be job related, home related, whatever. The first week we have the Emperor. So you're very much tuned in to your power, your personal power, and making important decisions for your life. You're feeling reborn, regenerated. You're like, I've got to shift this energy. This is too much for me. I can't keep carrying this 10 of Wands. Second week with that Aries full moon, look at all these red colors here. The second week, you're going to see the vision that you want to create in your world. It's going to come to you psychically because the full moon's in your 12th house. You're going to intuitively and instinctively know that is the way forward for me. And you're going to own it. The Emperor. I mean, this is the first half of the month. You're owning it. You're owning your way out of this situation. And by the third and fourth week, as I said, you're making that decision, but also you're taking action. Ace of Wands, like you're deciding and you're making it happen. You take that first step, and then you're going to find once you take that first step, all these other steps and all these other things start popping in. All right. And then when Mars goes retrograde and we have your full moon lunar eclipse, there might be a little bit of a pullback. Do not let that energy dissuade you from the passion and the decision that you have made to shift this burden out of your heart. It's just a temporary astrological transit. That's all. You got this. You are going to be on a whole new, exciting course of action for yourself that's going to make you feel really, really fired up. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for your month of October. Geminis, what do we need to know? Gemini. We start off with some justice and some 10 of Cups. Queen of Cups in the heart. Ace of Pentacles. And the Pluto energy. Okay. Wow. Interesting. So there could be some happy emotional moments over the next month for you. Especially the second week at that Aries full moon. There could be some sort of wish that gets granted for you. That is your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So, and with the Queen of Cups staring at this, I mean, it could involve a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but this could just be in your heart. You're just filled with emotional happiness and contentment that something beautiful has occurred for your family, for you personally, because, 10 of Cups doesn't always have to be family. It can just be the ultimate impersonal happiness. So, and that's right at the full moon is on the 9th. So, that there we have the 10 here. So could be very important, very exciting, emotional, beautiful wish being granted to you that second week at that Aries full moon. With the justice here, very interesting. So the first week, you could be dealing with legal matters. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could be dealing with fifth house matters, which is love, romance, creativity, your children, entrepreneurial activities, taking a risk, that type of thing. Now, remember, Mercury's retrograde until October 2nd, so just keep that in mind. Don't do any new initiatives till after that date. But, you could be dealing with important paperwork. There could be a contract that you're signing. Could have something to do with maybe the family. Could be a new job. That's possible with this Ace of Pentacles death card over here. But it could be some sort of important paperwork regarding the family. This could be a marriage. This could be a divorce. This could be buying a home, whatever it might be. You got to apply the energies to your life. But it seems with the 10 of Cups next to it the second week that things should be favorable with this particular justice energy. The third week, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which does suggest some sort of new beginning for you with your finances. Now, I find this interesting with the Pluto energy showing up here because we have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, which is your 6th house of work and well-being. So there could be a new offer in your job life that brings an important change. And it's a type of change where we don't look back. Like, we take this new job, this new career, we move to a new city or whatever. Like, what's done is the old is done. So, but this could be a very positive manifestation with your work. It could be a promotion. That's possible. It's something that, though, whatever gets offered to you, whatever that possibility is, it would change your life in a very favorable way. But the change is likely to be permanent. Like, you're not going back. You're not going backwards. So that's, that's good. Yeah, I think this is fantastic. See if I'm picking up anything else. Yeah, I think that the eclipse triggering your 6th house there is going to bring a very, very nice change. I always call aces are about the self for me, and Ace of Pentacles for me is what's going to grow roots. So you could even be embarking upon, if you're looking at your well-being, you could even be embarking upon some sort of new and tangible protocol, program, plan, routine, exercise thing, whatever, that's going to grow roots that you're going to stick with, in other words, and could bring a very positive change to your well-being also. So that's another way to look at these energies. But this is very, very favorable. I think you're going to be feeling very tender in your heart. You're going to be feeling your emotional cup is going to be very full over the next month, Gemini. I think in the best of ways. But there is a powerful change happening toward the end of October for you. All right, Cancer, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. Cancer, what do we need to know? We have Temperance. And we have some Capricorn energy. The 6 of Wands in the heart, the Hermit, and the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So interesting, we got 2 Virgo energies here, which is your 3rd house of communications, writing, speaking, teaching, networking, sales, marketing, those types of things. I think the second half of the month is likely to be more to your liking than the first half. There's nothing bad here, but I mean, with the Capricorn energy, that's the second week when we have our full moon in Aries, which is your 10th house of career. But Capricorn in general is your 7th house of relationships. So you could be dealing with some sort of relationship situation that you really are wanting to shift and change. Now, it may have to do with a relationship at work. That's possible because of the full moon in your 10th house. Or we can just look at you're coming into the month with patience and understanding that the changes you want to make in your life will take a little time. But you're going to be on the road to success with those changes. You're feeling it in your heart. You're confident with the 6 of Wands in your heart that you got this and you're going to do it. And you will. Look at these 2 Virgo energies here. So with the Capricorn energy, the double energy in the second week with the Aries full moon, you really may see where there could be certain toxic situations in relation to your workplace, in relation to how you're approaching work. As I said, there could be a toxic relationship in your life that you want to shift and change because of the Virgo energies that are showing up over here. And those are both energies of being alone. So some of you, depending on your personal situation, may be really looking at making a transformation of being on your own in some way. This could be going out on your own in terms of your career, like becoming a consultant, starting your own business. Others of you, I want to make this change. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. That's possible. So the Aries full moon is going to bring to light exactly where you have some toxic connection in your life. But as I said, you've been praying and asking and wanting to shift that energy anyway, and you know it's possible. You're ready for it also in your heart, that 6 of Wands. Triumph, success, moving forward, turning your back. Notice the back is turned on this situation. You have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio on October 25th in your 5th house of love, romance, creativity, entrepreneurship, that type of thing. So you indeed, by that 3rd week, may be doing the Virgo alone hermit thing, turning your back on some sort of situation in those areas and going off on your own. This very creative energy also, both the hermit and the 9 of coins. So again, depending on what's going on, you could be leaving behind a career to go off on your own and do something that makes you a lot more happy and satisfied. With the 9 of Pentacles here, personal paradise. She can manifest as many coins as she needs, right? With this 9 of Pentacles. So very interesting energies that are showing up here. But I really feel you're going to have a great success in shifting something in your life that is no good for you anymore. But you've recognized that. It's just you couldn't do anything about it until this month. That's just the way it is sometimes with timing. And it's been something that perhaps has been an unfair burden as well on you. So that's about to transform and change. Moving forward with confidence in your heart, feeling good, feeling inspired, empowered, and also because she's on horseback and she can see far ahead into the future, like you're really seeing your future with a lot more optimism in the month of October. You will need some time alone the second half of the month to work on goals and projects and pursuits that are important to you. A Virgo could be involved with this since we have double Virgo energy showing up here. But I feel like, and then the 3rd week, there may be some like spiritual introspection you're going through, especially since you're going through this transition and leaving behind that devil energy. You may just need to pull back spiritually and kind of go within a little bit yourself and just be like, all right, let me recenter, regroup. And then that last week, like you're excited, you're pumped, you're working on goals and things that are important to you. And you could be making some good money also that last week of October. So especially if you have your own business, there could be some exciting coins coming on in. All right, Leo, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. Leos, what is going on? Find out. Leos. The 9 of Cups. Oh, and the Ace of Wands. Beautiful. The Capricorn devil in your heart. The 6 of Wands. And the Empress. Wow. Okay. So your heart wants what it wants when it wants it. With the devil with the Capricorn in your heart. I'm going to look at this. All these energies are very positive. So I'm going to look at that devil card more as, you know, you've paid your dues. Saturn energy, the devil. You've paid your dues. You have been really dealing with something that's been very challenging for you. This may be in your 6th house of work and well-being. Maybe you've been chained to a job you don't like. Maybe you have been chained to a boss you don't like. And I'm more speaking in metaphor, of course, here. But this is ruled by Saturn. So maybe you just in your heart have been, you know, stubbornly working on manifesting a positive change for yourself. Because, I mean, look at these glorious energies that are showing up here. So, you know, the best of Saturn is that we are persistent with Saturn. We don't give up. So it could be, if we look at it from that angle, that you have been positively persisting on manifesting a positive change for yourself. And it's here. We start off the month of October with your 9 of Cups. So really wanting this wish fulfilled, and it looks like it might be fulfilled. And when might it be fulfilled? Probably at that full moon in Aries, which is your 9th house. Interesting, right? That we're getting that. So it looks like, and I'm getting chills down my legs, it looks like the first half of the month is really zeroed in on some sort of fresh beginning in 9th house issues for you, which is the big picture perspective of your life. Writing, publishing, academia, travel, international business, international connections, the internet, metaphysical topics, all of those things. I could go on, but I like to kind of shorthand it, big picture perspective. So the big picture perspective of your life is that you are making a positive change. The change that you have long wished for seems to be coming in for you at that Aries full moon on the 9th. I got the 9 of Cups here and the Ace of Wands. Aces are about the self. This is what you have stubbornly persisted in manifesting for yourself. This is great. Excellent, excellent energies. And then we carry that energy over, Leo, into the 3rd week with the 6 of Wands. And notice that your back is now turned to that situation. You are done with it. You are riding high. You are riding confidently into the new direction of your life. Gorgeous. Beautiful success, a victory, maybe some sort of recognition also for your talents. That's very possible in the 3rd week. We end here with this Empress, which is very nice. So feeling like creatively renewed, feeling prosperous, feeling abundant, feeling like you have some sort of new, exciting, creative direction to go in with your life, feeling lush and fertile. And, you know, I can manifest anything I want because you can, because you just did it over here. Okay, you did it. So very, very nice. Now, we have that new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, which is your 4th house of home and family and roots, well-being. So there also could be with the Empress, which is the mother energy, you know, the mother energy. There could be some sort of new beginning in your family with a nurturing situation. So there could be a new furry companion who comes in. There could be, you know, a new grandbaby on the way, or a new baby on the way, or an adoption, or, you know, whatever. There could be something like that as well, where you're going to be using your nurturing and creative energies more in regards to home matters, perhaps. This is also favorable for starting some sort of home business with the new moon solar eclipse, and then seeing her come up on our 4th week with our Venus symbol. So really positive month ahead for you, Leo. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on for your month of October. Virgos, what do we need to know for the Virgos? October. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Sun card. Beautiful. The Lovers in your heart. The 8 of Wands. And the Hierophant. Wow. Big month ahead for you. Lots of major arcana showing up here. Wow, Virgo. Okay. So your heart could be concerned with an important relationship, or manifesting an important relationship, or making a decision about an important relationship, whether business or personal. This is also your 10th house of career, the Gemini energy. So you could also be concerned with making a decision career-wise. Okay, so it's just going to depend on what's going on in your life. But Lover's card can be 2 options. Lover's card can also be passion project, can be a soulmate relationship. We have a marriage and commitment card over here as well. We have double Leo energies. So you could be dealing with somebody who has strong Leo in their chart, or a Leo. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You could also be dealing with a Taurus in the month ahead. We start off the month for you with the 7 of Pentacles. So again, look at this card. There's one thing that's grown, but then here's the other thing over here that only has 2 pentacles, and this has 5. But she's still watering this one. And she's contemplating, well, what do I do with this one? So again, we're getting that theme of 2 possibilities. Which one am I going to commit to? I don't think you really know. I don't think you're sure yet. I feel like you're hedging your bets a little bit. All right, because of this as well. This is like in the heart. I'm still kind of like, This situation is going to require moving fast toward a commitment in your heart, right? We have the heart energy in the second week. And that's when we have our full moon in Aries. And that is your 8th house of physical, mental, and emotional transformation. So there is a positive change on the horizon for you that can absolutely transform your life, some sort of commitment, whether it's business, personal, romantic, whatever it is. But you have to be clear in your heart that you're going to make that decision, to make that commitment. All right. So this is, and you have to follow your bliss and your joy. I know that it's a cliche, but that's what the Sun card is. So the innocent part of you also, because this is connected with children, the innocent part of you needs to do the decision making, not the cynical, analytical. I'm not saying you're all cynical, but not the cynical, analytical, been there, done that Virgo. No, the Virgo who is still pure and innocent and believes in love and goodwill and, you know what I'm saying, has all that joy in their heart. You have that in you too. We have all multiple things within us. And I'm not just talking about Virgo here, but you know my point of what I'm saying here. So that Aries full moon is going to bring out the importance to choose your joy of transformation to make this decision. That's how you're going to make the decision in your heart. It's not going to be about coming up with the balance sheet, right? Because right now you're looking at it from a very practical perspective, that's not bad, but that's not how this is going to get decided, whatever this is for you. All right. So it's not about that. It's going to be about what is really lighting up your heart space. And that full moon in Aries is going to show you that. The 8th house is a deep house. It's a house of the shadow too, of house like that we don't want to sometimes look at things or look at our true desires. But the sun will be shining. It'll be a full moon also. So the sun will, work with my metaphor here, will be shining that light even brighter than the moon on your internal emotional landscape to help you make this decision. Third week, we have the 8 of Wands. You are fired up with potentiality and possibility, and you want to move fast. But the thing is, what are you moving toward? Again, you may be having a lot of different irons in the fire. This is very typical of Mars and Gemini right now also. That's what's going on. You may have a lot of irons and options in the fire, but you still, what is the one true thing, the one true destination that you're moving toward? You still didn't decide yet. When do you finally decide? You finally decide at the end of the month with the Hierophant, with the commitment, saying, okay, this is the thing. All right. And this is likely to come right around the new moon solar eclipse, which is in Scorpio, your 3rd house of your daily life, your communications. Somebody is probably awaiting a decision from you also. Virgo, just saying. There could be 2 people awaiting a decision from you. You're going to decide at the end of the month whether this is a business partner, a potential new love partner. 2 people could be waiting on you. And you will make the decision and the commitment. There's something about that eclipse that's gonna make you see that I have to have this important committed conversation. I can't be kind of running this way and that way. And it's nice to have a lot of options, but the thing that's going to bring you the most joy and success with whatever this is going on for you is to make that strong commitment. This is not going to be a time to be uncertain, or like I said, make the decision purely from a balance sheet. It's the balance sheet of your heart that you've got to be looking at, not the balance sheet of your bank book. All right, Libra, let's see what's happening for your month of October, and happy birthday to the October Libras. All right, let's see what we have going on for you, Libras. We have, the Wheel of Fortune. And the Hanged Man. Okay. The Fool in your heart. Wow. The High Priestess. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. This is really, really good. So your heart is filled with the joy of a new beginning with the Fool here. It looks like you're having some sort of new beginning, perhaps in relationships, because of the Ace of Cups here. But it could also just be a relationship with yourself, or just feeling good about yourself with the Ace of Cups. Aces are about the self for me. We have the wheel. That's Jupiter energy. Jupiter's retrograde in your 7th house right now of partnerships. So, and we have the Aries full moon in your 7th house of partnerships in this second week. So I think what may be happening here is that you're going to see that all the hard work and sacrifices that you have made to get on a new path for yourself, all right, to end something and begin something new. It could just be a change of attitude, or you let go of an old relationship in the past. Finally, you know, whatever. Something new is coming in for you. But I think at that Aries full moon, you're going to see that the sacrifices you made to get yourself healed and feeling free are going to pay off. Like, you may have a very strong premonition. Here's the High Priestess. So second, third week, very strong premonition of this new love that's on the horizon for you, or some other new offer that's really affirming this sense of shedding a skin, shedding a layer, shedding an old life, and having a brand new beginning for yourself. I mean, this is gorgeous. A brand new beginning that's going to make you feel extremely, extremely happy. Here's the heart, right, on the Ace of Cups. So we start off the first week, and the full moon in Aries is on the 9th. We start off with the number 10. So this may even be the first 10 days. You could be very lucky, Libra, the first 10 days of the month. You are very tuned into divine timing. You may feel like things are really finally moving and grooving, especially after October 2nd when Mercury goes direct. You may feel like you're in the right place at the right time, that sort of thing. As I said, that second week, this is Pisces energy. But I'm just feeling that because it's the full moon in Aries, and we got some red going on in this card. And this can be a card of being, you know, of sacrifices. Sacrifices you have made to change your life. You'll see they were all worth it. And also, if in the past you felt like you always had to sacrifice yourself in relationships or sacrifice your own needs, you're going to see very quickly that that's not the case anymore. You have healed that. You are, you know, ready to call in and bring in a relationship that's really truly worthy of you, Ace of Cups, and this new lease on life that you have in your heart. So that's gorgeous. You could have already called in that person. That's possible. And you may really get a sense, especially at the end of October, that that person really is the one, is the right person for you. Third week, October, we have the High Priestess. So you may, again, be very much like in the right place at the right time, following your intuition, your inner wise guide, like really maybe working behind the scenes on something that's important to you. Very, very nice energy here. You may also be getting ready to tell people about this important relationship in your life. So some of you maybe have already manifested it. That's possible with this here, especially with Jupiter being in Aries since May 10th. You could have already met someone or reconnected with somebody. That's possible. And you've just been waiting for the right time, the Hangman here, to, you know, it's all about timing, right? The right time to share the news to the world about your commitment to this person or the new beginning you're having with them. That's possible as well. So with these two energies, the second half of the month, you may be, you know, bringing your love into the public, so to speak. Okay, for want of a better expression. That is possible with these energies. So I feel like this is a very, very positive month for you. I really feel like you're going to see and feel all the joys of new beginnings, and really see how divine timing has been working in your life and will continue to work in your life. And you may also be getting some very good news the last week of October that will just lift your heart up in joy. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. And happy birthday to all the October Scorpios. All right, let's see what we have. Scorpios. All right. The Knight of Swords and the Judgment. Capricorn energy in your heart. Justice. Wow. Look at these major arcanas. Oh, and the Two of Swords. Okay. Wow. You're going to be faced with a couple of decisions this month ahead, Scorpio. As I said to another sign that got this card in the heart, I think it was Leo, it's like, let's look at this as, instead of like an unhealthy obsession, let's look at it as the Saturn energy of perseverance. Because of course, this is Capricorn and Saturn rules Capricorn. So with this devil in your heart, like you are doing your best to persevere when it comes to facing and making some important decisions in your life. Now, you do have the South Node transiting through your sign. This is a classic time, and of course the eclipses and all that. This is a classic time of things being let go in order to rearrange other things and have them come in. We have a new moon solar eclipse October 25th in your sign, so right in the second half over here. And that can be very positive. But we end the month on a 2 of Swords, so you're still not making that second decision. We have one coming at the full moon for you with the Judgment here, and the full moon is in Aries on October 9th, and that is your 6th house of work and well-being. So there could be a major change in terms of your work. You can make a decision. I'm going to take that job, not take that job, go here, go there, leave, begin, whatever you're going to do. The full moon will show you what you got to do, what you're going to decide. And I think you will decide. You're going to make some sort of decision. We have the Knight of Swords in the first week of October, suggesting that there is some mental urgency to make a decision. Now, wait until after October 2nd when Mercury goes direct. But you are feeling like forward movement is necessary. You may be losing patience and feeling like the situation has been too stuck for too long. Like something's got to give, with the Capricorn also in the heart. You're persevering, but like, come on, like something's got to give. So I feel like there's an important message that comes in as well, because this Judgment Angel, right? There is an announcement. There could be an announcement that comes about your work, about your well-being. There could be something like that, information, big, news that comes in. But you're wanting that because you're tired, the Capricorn in your heart, you're tired of this status quo. You've got to make a decision. You got that, like I said, mental urgency. All right. Then we have in the third week, we have the Libra energy, the Justice. That is your 12th house of something, hidden behind the scenes, your private world, that type of thing. Could also be some important contracts, legal negotiations, legal matters, and anything like that. All right. So some sort of big deal, something going down. But you got the 2 of Swords. So there could be something here that gets shifted with that new moon solar eclipse. Something that comes in, some sort of decision, justice. We got 2 decision cards here, Judgment and Justice. And they're very karmic. We got a lot of karmic energy here. I feel like you're wrapping up some sort of karmic situations. And that's very typical also with the South Node going through one sign. So there could be something offered to you, whether a job, a legal decision, whatever, but you're mulling it over. You're not sure by the end of the month. So I feel like the decision that you make is likely going to come at the full moon lunar eclipse, November 6th, in the opposite sign to you, the Taurus. All right, but that's the reading for November. All right, we're just on October. But because we're ending with this, I don't know what to do, I have my doubts, I'm not sure, etc. My mind is not made up, and you may be feeling a little defensive about it too, with your arms crossed here. You may be kind of like, I don't even want to have to make this decision. You will make the decision. It will happen, like I said, probably around November 6th. So we have definitely energies here of change. But the key here, I think, is the best of Saturn. Stay persistent. Don't give in to the depression, the doom and gloom. These situations are going to be rectified for you. They will straighten themselves out. It may require you to make a few tough decisions, though. But if anybody can make some tough decisions, it's you. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. Oops. Sagittarius. What is going on? Six of Wands and the Two of Cups. The Moon in your heart, the King of Wands, and the Hierophant. Okay. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, so the Moon is in your heart. So you could be confused about a situation. Now, maybe personal, because we have a Two of Cups here and we have a Hierophant. So it could be some sort of personal commitment that you're confused about. Or maybe you're going to meet a new person, whether romantic or in a business sense or a friend or whatever, and you're not really sure. The Moon in your heart, like you're confused. Maybe you're keeping a secret. You think they're keeping a secret. Could be something like that. I'm just feeling a sense of confusion about what this thing is. All right, what this Two of Cups is, because this Two of Cups is happening our second week of October when we have a full moon in your fifth house of love, romance, creativity, children, taking risks, entrepreneurship, creative projects. So if you meet somebody at this full moon, and we know full moon, and we have a moon here, the full moon brings things to light. It could bring this person, out of the woodwork, so to speak. Somebody comes into your life, you may be wondering, are they too good to be true? I don't know, so there could be a very important meeting with a new person, an old person, it doesn't matter. There's some sort of very important meeting at the full moon in Aries. It could be regarding one of your children. That's possible. Again, it could be a creative partnership meeting, romantic, whatever it might be. You come into the month of October feeling pretty darn good about yourself with the Six of Wands here. You're riding high. You're feeling positive. You're feeling confident. You may have exciting new ideas for your future. The 6th of October could be very important for you, a couple days before that full moon, which is on the 9th. This is fantastic. You could have gotten some sort of kudos or recognition for your work, or in some other capacity, and you're just feeling pumped. You're feeling fired up. Two of Cups, I already explained. Card in the heart, the moon. So that's gonna be interesting. We have a new moon solar eclipse in your 12th house of things kind of hidden behind the scenes or subconscious on October 25th in Scorpio. So you could have very vivid dreams. You could feel like some things you maybe haven't acknowledged to yourself start bubbling up from, underground to the surface. And maybe that's why you're having a few doubts and wondering, about the best road ahead for you. You see, we have the road here. Now, this is your energy in the third week, but you could also be dealing with an Aries or a Leo or another Sagittarian. I feel like the third week is a lot about you, focusing in on your doubts or whatever's going on, your mixed emotions, and coming to a decision in that fourth week. Okay, so take that time in the third week especially to zero in and spend some time with yourself to figure out where you want to go with this Two of Cups situation that comes out at that Aries full moon. You will make your decision by that fourth week. We have the Hierophant, we have a commitment, we have a decision, we have a contract, we have an offer, this is what we're doing, a plan. Okay, this also speaks that there is likely to be some important karmic lesson that you will be undertaking with whatever this situation is in the second week that presents itself. All right. Now, you could be wrapping up a karmic lesson. It depends on what's going on with you personally. But I feel like if this is a new thing coming in, which it very well may be, it's going to teach you something very, very important about yourself, King of Wands. So, very interesting month ahead, Sagittarius. Capricorns, let's see what's going on for your month of October. What do the Cappies need to know? Let's find out. We have the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. The Five of Swords. Why are you still worried in your heart with those two first cards? Temperance. Look at these cards. And the Wheel. Are you kidding me? Okay. Capricorn, can't you just be happy? Okay. There's Five of Swords in your heart. All right. Well, the Five of Swords I call the daytime anxiety card, but it's not just about that. It can also be somebody who has won the battle, right? And these other two people are walking away. So that is possible. So, and we have, two victory cards here. So, I mean, you could be feeling victorious in the month of October. This is great. Wow. And we got a wheel going on. We got the Temperance with positive changes happening for you. Okay. But I would still say, I think there's something really gorgeous manifesting for you, but some of you may in your heart feel like you still can't trust it. All right. So work on that, Capricorn. All right. All right. So we start off October with the Chariot. So you could be just feeling revved up, raring to go. The 7th may be important for you. Mercury goes direct October 2nd. So after that date, it's all systems go to move forward with a lot of momentum on your goals. All right. But the Chariot is gorgeous. This is your 7th house, Cancer, of relationships. So an important relationship, there may be something important going on with the relationship in your life the first week. You could be traveling together. That's possible. You or your partner, even if it's a business partner, could be receiving good news. There could be something like that going on. Just really gorgeous energy here. I like to say that you're in charge of your destiny when the Chariot shows up. And especially since we have this Ace of Swords happening in the 2nd week at our Aries full moon. The full moon is in your 4th house of home, family, roots, what nourishes you, what feeds you. So this could also be, I'm cutting loose from a place where I was living. I want to be free. I want to be freed from, some sort of home situation. That's possible for some of you. But maybe you don't know exactly where you're going to be going yet with the wheel here, but you make the decision, I got to move on. So this also could be like you're ready to move on because of some success you're having in your life as well. And you want to maybe go in a new direction and you're going to make that decision. All right. So that's possible. Others of you, there could be some important news coming in about family. I feel it's going to be positive because the Ace of Swords is here. There could be a contract to buy or sell a home. That is possible at that Aries full moon. So, I mean, this is just fantastic. I feel like, we could look at the 4th house also as the foundation of our life. So what I like about this is there's some important victory, goal, manifestation, change in your destiny that is going to solidify. All right. It's the foundation of your life is solidifying in a way that's very much driven by you and very much based also perhaps on some sort of contract or your own intellectual property, your own intellect, your own brainchild, something like that. So whatever you have been doing is going to positively affect the foundation of your life, your security, your having both feet on the ground, so to speak, building from the ground up. So some of you are really just getting some good news that what you have been building from the ground up is getting the green light, getting the go ahead. And you already are feeling that in the first week as well. So this is really, really, really positive. There may be a short trip for some of you that first week, maybe connected with this, maybe a trip to see family. That's possible. As we move into the 3rd week, we have the Temperance, which is our Sagittarius energy. And we have a positive change for you. And we have the change going on also with our Wheel of Fortune, our Jupiter energy. These two combined for me are about divine timing. So the next iteration or evolvement or evolution of this situation is going to depend on divine timing. The wheel may turn in Sagittarius season for you, which I know is not until the end of November into December, with the next phase of whatever this is that's going on over here for you. And that could also be why the 5 of Swords is in your heart. You're kind of maybe slightly annoyed that this is not all what should I say? How should I say it? It's good. I mean, it's great, but there's still more to come, and you kind of want it all right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. So, there's going to be a positive change Sagittarius season, but we're looking at October. So you may see in October, the third week, that, you got to be a little more patient, that this situation is involving a big change in your life because, of course, we have the toe in the water here. So a whole new baptism, so to speak, in a rebirth that's happening, and very positive change, the dawn of a new day. I mean, this is great. But you're going to see it's going to take a tiny bit longer. There's more to come with this situation. And you'll see that in the third week. The fourth week, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the universe's energies positively influencing you. We have our Scorpio energy here, and we have a new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio in your 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams. So this situation that you have been working on manifesting will evolve in a way that is aligned with your wishes. The timing of it is a little different than what you're thinking. That's all. And you're going to see that again. You probably get some very good news the last week, or maybe right around that October 25th eclipse. But again, you're going to see that the wheel's going to turn when it's meant to turn. You can't force it to turn. So being kind of just accepting of that divine timing will be really helpful for you in the month ahead. Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for your month in October. Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you in October 2022. Aquarius. All right, we have a Page of Swords and an Eight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands is in your heart. The Magician. Ooh. And the Page of Cups. Okay, interesting. We start the month with a page, we end with a page. All right. So in your heart, you have the Queen of Wands. So you could be involved with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They could be at the forefront of your mind. But I'm feeling like with the Queen of Wands in your heart that you're feeling very bold and empowered to manifest some positive changes in your life, particularly with creative endeavors and your business. There may be some bold new dream in your heart that you really, really want to focus in on. Especially because we have this Magician that's showing up next to her also. So you're going to start something new for yourself in that third week. That's really, I think, something you feel passionately about, a passion project, whatever the case might be. So, all right, but let's start with our first week here. We have our Page of Swords. So after October 2nd, when Mercury goes direct, you're going to see a lot of communications come in. Anything that got held up, delayed, etc., while Mercury is retrograde, all of a sudden, it'll be like an avalanche. The door just opens wide, and all of these informations, emails, texts, mail. I mean, just everything just comes in like crazy, right? So you're going to be dealing with a lot of paperwork, a lot of communications in that first week. And there could be some very interesting piece of news, particularly maybe about your job, since the Eight of Pentacles is showing up here. But I think you're just going to be very busy with lots of paperwork, lots of things going on that you have to attend to that got held up. All right. Full moon, we have in Aries, which is your third house of your daily life, of communications. You're going to be very involved. The full moon's on the 9th. We have the 8 showing up here. You're going to be very involved with work. You could be working on a big marketing project. You could be launching a marketing project. You could be launching a course. You could be putting a lot of efforts into marketing yourself, promoting yourself, maybe promoting yourself at work. If you have your own business, promoting your business. Work is going to be a big focus for you in that second week. You're going to be very busy. I feel like the first 2 weeks, you're extremely busy with lots of stuff going, lots of paperwork, like I said, lots of work tasks. So I feel like the second half of the month, you could focus maybe a little bit more on yourself with the magician here, and kind of more of your personal creative pursuits. But there's something about this first 2 weeks that's going to be very hectic. Just putting your head down and doing what needs to get done is what I feel. But in your heart, like I said, you're nurturing a bold new dream. And the third week, you finally get to maybe plant the seeds and start working on it. We have, and it's probably connected with your career in some way, we have the Page of Cups showing up here as our last week's energy. That is when we have the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio, which is your 10th house of career. So we have the water energy showing up here. So I feel like you could be, new moons are good times to start things, and solar eclipses can have an influence of 6 months to a year. We have the number 1 here. So this really could be the start of some sort of, especially with the Page of Cups, personally creative project for you. That may last an entire year. You're going to be devoting your energies to, like, really making it magical, right? With the magician. If it's a new business, if it's a book you're writing, whatever else you want to create, whatever it is. I feel like you get something big and bold with these energies here. Big and bold gets its birth. The Page of Cups gets birthed in that last week with that new moon solar eclipse. So very, very nice. And I think too, remember, with the little fish in the cup, there's always a little twist, a little surprise with the Page of Cups. I think you may surprise yourself at how happy just getting started with this thing makes you. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on for you in the month of October. Pisces, what is going on for the Pisces people? Let's find out. We have the Strength card, and we have the Ace of Wands. The 10 of Pentacles in your heart, the 6 of Swords, and the Hanged One. Okay. Or the Hanged Man, but they call the Hanged One in this deck. Well, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. All right, so we have a 10 of Pentacles in your heart. So you are very much focused on your finances in the month ahead, which doesn't surprise me since there is a full moon in Aries, which is your second house of money. And we have an Ace of Wands in that second week of the month. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we start off October with you feeling pretty good with the Strength card here. You're feeling confident. You're feeling like you're really tuned in with your heart's desires. You've been patiently working towards some of your most important goals, especially financial, since money is in the heart of the situation here. Leo is your 6th house of work and well-being. So you probably have been focused on work matters. You've been focused in on, patiently shifting something in your career zone. Your well-being should be good with the Strength card showing up here, right? Maybe you're focusing in on a new diet, a new exercise regimen. There could be something like that going on for you. Like maybe strength training. Like the Strength card here suggests to me that you're feeling positive about your overall well-being. Now, the second week here, we have the full moon in Aries, and here's our Aries energy, the Ace of Wands. This is the start of something new and big. Yes, it's a full moon, which tends to be about endings, but I feel like there may be one ending of one situation in order for you to go to the next one. This is very possibly some sort of new job manifesting or some sort of new income source, because also we have the 6 of Swords showing up in our third week, which suggests moving on from a situation. But there might be a delay to get fully there to that place because we have the energy showing up here of delay, because it's the type of thing you got to give your 2 weeks notice. It could be something like that. Or we can also look at the Hangman as saying, this is going to be something that is, right up your street, perfect for you, because this is your energy. And you're going to see that that last week of the month, you're going to be really zeroed in on your own personal desires and what you want to create and manifest. This last week, we have the new moon solar eclipse in your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. It's in Scorpio. And this is about moving on to a new destination. So these last 2 weeks of the month, you're really focused in on my personal happiness. Where am I going? Where am I going to feel fulfilled? What's going to, make me feel secure also financially? All right. So this really speaks to the fact that there could be some very strong new beginning with your finances, like a job manifesting. It's very, very possible. Or some other sort of good news about investments or about real estate, buying, selling, that type of thing with the 10 of coins in the heart. And it even could be an inheritance. It's possible. Remember, it's a general reading. So you get the green light. You see exactly what you need to be doing with your finances. Now, the full moon is on a Sunday here in the United States. It's on the 9th. So you could see this, a day after, a day, it could be 2 days before, could be around the 8th, but that's a Saturday. So may even be on the 10th, which is a Monday. All right, for timing purposes. But we got some good news here, Pisces. I think this is fantastic. Your mind is going to be made up the 3rd week. Like you're like, I want to leave this situation behind. I'm so glad my troubles are passing away. I've made up my mind. I'm going to move on to greener pastures. And I feel good and confident about it. And then we have you really focused in on, as I said, your specific desires and realizing you don't have to sacrifice your desires anymore. Like things are turning around for you. That's what I really feel from these energies, especially financially. There seems to be something that, is about to pop for you, which looks very, very promising. It's a possibility, of course, as all tarot is, but, really focus in on what you would like that new beginning to be. It's all about, of course, us using the energies and using our manifestation powers as well. So focus in on what you would like. Ace of Wands, it's about new beginnings. So what you'd like that new financial beginning to be for you. This looks like a very promising month ahead for you, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me for your October 2022 General Energies Tarot reading. Please leave me a comment and let me know what's going on for you with these energies. I hope you have a great month ahead. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.